Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first show of Insights with Soularis, where I am your host. I am Jennifer, and I have 10 years of experience with tarot reading and then over a dozen certification and healing modalities from Reiki to sound healing. And at the end of the day, I would say I am a channel of spirit here to guide who finds me. And I'm really excited for everyone who's coming in today. And I do believe we are going to be taking our first caller. So I'm just going to go in because I'm very excited. But while we are waiting on that caller, I'm just going to go ahead and pull a card for the collective on what to expect during the rest of the week. It's always good to know what energies is going around, so you know how to kind of navigate what's going on. And for the collective, we have the Eight of Cups. And when we come into this energy, it is a good time to really reflect and go inside to decide, what do you want to take with you to the rest of the year? What do you want to see fall away so you can grow into the next year? Because we're already midpoint in the year, we're already past that, we're going into August. So if you're unhappy in a situation, or if you're really looking to find something that's worth a little bit more emotionally, spiritually, it's time to find that. In order to find that, you're also going to need to walk away from some things. But ultimately, let's see, it is going to be a little bit difficult to walk away, but it will be in your best interest and down the line, because you are bringing in more abundance when you're able to clear off all the clutter in your home and really bring in that abundance you've been looking for. And we do have our first caller. So welcome, Brandy from Dallastown, Pennsylvania. I'm so excited to have you here. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Have you ever had a tarot reading before?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, I'm excited to be your first then. Did you have any specific questions, or what was you looking for?
Um, Question more geared towards relationship or my current relationship. Is it good? Is it bad?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I immediately got chills and shivers, and then a little bit of heart tightening and some cramping in like the sacral chakra area. So, um, it doesn't seem like it feels very comfortable right now. Would you say
That's
that's
true.
kind of true?
I would say
Yep.
that's true.
Oh yeah, we're coming out hot with a lot of the major arcana cards, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing you've been thinking in your head a lot of anxiety over this situation. Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? And it's really struggling to sleep a little too. But let's see what's coming over the situation. So something is gonna have to change in this relationship. So I see a lot of strength, and I see like there possibly maybe been some like situations where you both are trying to control a situation. So there may be art like power struggles going on. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
All right. And it's really time to sit back, okay, and see, are you in a position where both of you are willing to make any type of compromise? Because it's showing that even though both of you are kind of coming off strong, you're very kind of coming in with a lot of fire energy, a lot of aggression. It seems like you're both willing to make that compromise, but and have this renewal period, but someone has to take that first step. And it's really good because in the past situation, you guys were making a lot of long-term plans. You had a steady foundation. And it does look like moving forward that the passion is still going to be there in a relationship, but it's important that it's just not passion. If you're wanting to have more passion, absolutely, if that's what you're looking for, but it still seems like it's a little bit heated. But if you're able to work through this period where you're like, okay, let's take a deep breath. It's not about who is right. It's not about who has the power in the relationship, but how can we build a harmonious home? And you have a lot of potential there because you have this King of Pentacles, which is what you want in a very strong long term relationship, to have all the abundance and to have a healthy environment. And in the
Gotcha.
subconscious, yeah, in the subconscious position, you have the Lovers. That is the card of the Lovers, and that's a beautiful card. It does recognize the equal give and take, but remember relationships some yeah, like, it's the Gemini card. Gemini has 2 sides of the stories, and right now you guys are not listening to each other, and this is what's causing that anxiety. That's what's causing it's hard to understand each other and that miscommunication. And really, like, the best path forward is saying, "Okay, you guys need to learn some patience for each other." What I'm seeing is, like, one person, like, "Okay, we gotta go, we're late, we need to get going, we're late to go to this party," and the other person's like, "I'm gonna get there." So it's like one person's really pushing and the other person is feeling frustrated because they are not given the time that they need to, like, decompress. And that may be whether or not they're coming home from work, you or your partner, and you're coming in and you're like sometimes you need 15 minutes to, like, decompress in order to engage. Are you having that trouble? Would you say your partner is having trouble transitioning between different situations?
I would say it's probably more I need the time to decompress, and he's got to go.
Yeah.
And because I've been working later hours, he's
Mhm.
home, and there's no like I come home from work, gotta do. So it's definitely makes sense
Yeah.
there.
And I do see that it's encouraging you to open up a little bit more with this Queen of Cups. Okay, to feel a little bit more into those emotions, especially if you've been working a lot and working nights, you probably are too tired to like really dig deep into emotions, but um allow yourself some time to decompress. And everyone says you got to do self-care, but it's true, you really do need to do self-care, because if you're not filling your own cup first, you're not going to be able to give anyone anything else, because you do have the Ace of Cups, which is another beautiful card for relationships. But this is saying, like, hey, if your cup is not filled, you're never going to be able to get to the Two of Cups, which is two people coming together. um but you have everything that you need in order to get to that period. But I also kind of see a potential for either travel, moving to a new place. Is either of those things coming in for you?
Mm, not really. I mean,
Yep.
not really. I mean, we had talked about eventually needing a bigger house, bigger, but
Mhm. So I see a transition coming up, and there's going to be some decisions that need to be made, and it is in the future position, so it's not quite here. So what is this transition period about? What is this decision? Ooh, okay. Are you married yet?
we are.
Okay. Let's see, a little bit more clarification. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that both of you are going to have to come together and realize that ego is coming into play. All right, because there's also maybe a little bit of a potential for somebody coming into your life trying to get your attention. So a third party situation potentially, but on your side. So somebody may be coming in, or somebody a little bit younger trying to get your attention. So that's just something to consider in the future. It's not saying that has to go anywhere. It's
Okay,
just like, hey, that's potentially coming forward into there. There
gotcha.
also seems to be kind of a bit of a fear around money, so I'm kind of thinking that maybe that's part of the workplace too, like this person's trying to get your attention. Whether or not you want to engage is entirely up to you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let's see. But overall, let's see. Yeah, it's really time to honor your commitments with each other. So that is truly about going in, okay, where are we at right now? Where do we want to go? Go back to our plans of what we had when we first started dating. Okay. And is that still able to happen? Because we do have the Ten of Wands here and the Hermit. So there, you have a lot on your shoulders. Um, it feels like it's feeling pretty heavy, and I'm feeling kind of a little bit of upset stomach too. So perhaps like in oh, even in the throat as well. So not feeling like your best self. Does that resonate?
Mhm. Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff going on between work and there's finances. There's a lot of decisions to be made all around. But yeah, I mean, and there's uneasiness and different things that I'm just not sure it's worth it for the long haul or
Let's see, worth it. I mean, again, you had the Ace of Cups, you had the Lover's card, you have the King of Earth and the Queen of Cups. So, and now you're coming out with the King of Air. So there is a lot of potential in this. But that fear is coming into play and it's leading to sleepless nights, and you not being in that place where you can fully give to yourself is leading to a bit of that uninsuredness. Um, but the best thing is to take some time for yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to be a break, but prioritize your well being first until you feel your energy is coming back a little bit more. And then decide what you consider to be your boundaries, not go negotiables and non negotiables. And we have 60 seconds left, and there are going to be competing goals. But if you communicate with speaking your mind and your confidence, you will see a situation that can blossom into a good relationship. But you got to speak your mind. And we are running out of time, but there are going to be difficult situations, but know that you can come out as the Queen of Cups and it's going to be okay in 30 seconds. So speak your mind, because at the end of the day, if you do not speak your mind, you will eventually sabotage the relationship in another way. And I hope that helps and helps guide you a little bit more.
it does. Thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you for being my first caller. And thank you to everyone who joined in for the first reading. And I hope to see you next time.